Melanie said that she had always lived alone and never had a problem with it. Even after like graduating and moving to a new city, she was completely fine with it. Never one to be jumpy. She liked to read at night. It was a way to like wind down and end the day, but she did always end up falling asleep with the lamp on. She also said that she wanted to make it clear that she never was one to really believe in ghosts before this either. It was a Friday night. She said she didn't really have anything planned for the next morning, so she made sure she locked up her apartment and then went to bed and started in on a new book. At some point, she must have fallen asleep, but she woke up to a noise around 2:30 in the morning. This knocking noise. It was just like a knock, knock, knock. 3 distinct knocks, but they were very faint, and she said almost so quiet that she convinced herself that she must have like imagined it or something. So she was just kind of trying to fall back asleep, but then she heard it again, very faint, and almost as if whoever was doing this knocking did not want to be heard. In the email, Melanie goes on to talk about how she lives alone and that her apartment's really small and that she's seen enough scary movies to know not to go investigate the sound like an idiot. So she just kind of decided to just wait and see if she could figure it out without leaving the bedroom. But again, knock, knock, knock. Melanie's apartment was very small. It was just a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, and she knew that she had locked the door before she went to sleep, so she couldn't figure out where the sound was coming from inside the apartment. Eventually, the knocking stopped, and she said she must have fallen back asleep, but then again she heard it, but this time it was 3:13. And the knock was louder. It was coming from her bedroom door. She immediately jumped out of bed and grabbed the closest thing to her, she said, which was a hair straightener, and just kind of waited for whatever was about to come through the door. As she's standing there holding nothing but a hair straightener, she hears a woman say, "Let me in." No. She didn't even respond. She just stood there like holding her breath, waiting for the door to open, but nothing ever came through the door. The door never opened. She says she is 100% sure she heard someone say, "Let me in." She stood there beside her bed holding the hair straightener, just like for hours until the sun finally came up, and then that's when she got the courage to actually go out into her apartment. She looked around, looked in the living room, looked in the kitchen. There was nothing, like everything seemed like it was totally fine until she started to walk back into her bedroom when she noticed on the bedroom door 3 long claw marks down the front of it. That's when she said she knew she wasn't crazy, and even though she had never believed in ghosts or anything like that before, she did call the apartment front office and stuff and ask to be moved to another apartment, and they didn't have anything available. So she said she just kind of started looking and eventually moved out 3 months later, but never had anything like that happen again, just that one night.